Christmas time is here.
Do the prep. Do the prep.
If you needed any more proof that Jotner rules, there it is.
That was in 1996 when that CD came out. I remember.
St. Francis Children's Choir.
1996.
1996 that came out.
That's when I moved to Guam, 1996.
What's funny about that is those young Guamanians, those kids who did that now, they're
all grown up now.
They're probably celebrating like their 10th high school graduation anniversary.
8:20. Good morning. It's Thursday, December 10th episode of The Link on the Breeze, the 93.9. Coming up, we got a special performance from Joe Guam, brought to you by Guam Windward Memorial. That's on the way. It's 8:20. Something else that's on the way tonight, local music mashup, holiday edition, Christmas version. So thank you to all of our local artists who submitted Christmas holiday video performances. And hey, if you guys, any of my musician friends see my number, make sure you pick up because we're looking for, we just want everybody to turn in some nice holiday jams for the people of Guam.
Another thing that we're doing is we're working on two Christmas specials, actually. One is with the Gate program led by Ernest Ochoco. So I'm working on producing a special on that. And then we've also got another Christmas special with Cesar Medina. He was on yesterday, recruiting and asking for any dance groups that want to submit a performance. Please do so. You can email them to me at sabrina@kuam.com, or you can message us on Facebook. And we ask that you do your dance performance and send it in. It is a Christmas performance for the holidays, and that will air on Christmas Day.
Right, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like, you don't have to be a Brian Esperon level dance performer. I mean, yeah, we do want those, but, you know, maybe you and your auntie, maybe you want to do a little, you know, Christmas waltz, or, you know, maybe you and your family want to do the Tinickling.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, the Christmas Day show, it's also to raise money for the Salvation Army.
Right on.
So if you want to do something and give back to the community at the same time, please email me, sabrina@kuam.com.
Right, and then also another thing that is cooking, let's just say it's in the oven. Sabrina's, what is it?
Breeze Baking Club.
Breeze Baking Club.
Holiday. Right, so the week of Christmas, kind of enlisted some friends.
Kind of.
Some voluntold. to bake something for Christmas. Share a recipe. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yes, it is. And you already got a couple people signed up, Bri. I know you don't want to say too much about it, but...
No, it's okay. We've got the governor. She's going to be baking some cookies for us.
And I must say, because I last interviewed the governor for Cruising with KUAM last December. I'm sorry, January, right before the pandemic hit. So I spent a considerable amount of time with her, and she said that actually a relaxation thing of hers is baking for the grands. And she was telling me all the stuff she was baking. She has got skills.
Wow.
Yes.
She can make some amazing cookies.
So yeah, she's going to be making cookies for the segment, and Cami, remember Cami Aguirola? She's going to be baking something. Sarah Phyllis Camacho, she's going to be baking something for our program, and Mr. Chris Barnett.
You know what I would love to see Sarah Phyllis do? Because you know Sarah's really made a name for herself. You know, I mean, she was it Miss Earth, Miss Tourism? Yeah,
she's also an award-winning film.
Yeah, and now she's an award-winning filmmaker. Sarah, if you're watching right now, make those cookies with, you know, like the clapper. They're just like, Merry Christmas! Take one. Clack.
Yeah, totally feasible, Jay.
Hey, she's a creative person.
Bri, can I get a little more in the rules, though? Because you know I'm not a dessert. I mean, I make ice cream, but you don't bake ice cream. So is it just like, is it just anything in the oven? It has to be in the oven.
That's typically what baking is.
Okay, yeah. I know what baking is.
But not baked chicken, bro.
You can make some barbecued cupcakes? What are you talking about?
No, I mean, could it be solid? Does it have to be like desserty?
It could be whatever you want. You're baking something.
Okay, so it's like I could do a pasta bake or, right?
Oh, come on.
Okay. Well,
you said I'm gonna bring it.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna make brownies, and you were like, no, don't be making no brownies.
Your brownies are special brownies.
So Governor Lulian Girl is gonna bring in, assumedly, like these amazing sugar cookies, you know, with the Hershey Kiss in the middle and everything. Chris is like, guess who brought lasagna?
I think it's gonna be a little bit more fancier than that.
Okay, no, it's all right. I can bring it. I'll try.
I know you can.
Yeah.
You rise to the the challenge.
You know what, guys? I
Horizon.
wonder if any of
Even though this isn't a challenge.
I
Yeah.
wonder if any
Oh,
of the
we're making it a challenge, though.
Oh, see?
I wonder if any of the mayors are expert bakers. We should find out.
I bet they are.
Yeah. And hey, look at that. Speaking of mayors, Jay. Wow.
What timing?
What perfect timing. Let's go into the Zoom room where we have two of our greatest northern mayors at 8:24. We have Dedito Mayor Melissa Savares and Tamuning Tumont Harmon Mayor Louise Rivera. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's just start with the baking thing. Are either of you guys bakers?
I used to bake,
Before.
but that's used to.
That's before Mayor. Ain't got no time to be baking now, Chris.
What'd you make, Mayor Savares?
I used to bake cookies actually.
What kind?
I did chocolate chip and I used to do sandies for Christmas, but no more
How good are your sandies?
sandies.
Yeah, how good? I mean,
Are they? My kids liked them.
wow.
Nobody choked on them.
Right, yeah.
That's always good.
Can't be too dry. Yeah, it's sandies, not risquetti.
Yeah.
How about you, Mary Louise? What's your specialty?
Oh, I did a lot of baking of cakes and cookies, and that's what made us so fat. So I got rid of my oven.
He's like, throw that out. Go put that with the white goods over there, guys.
Yeah. We don't need it anymore.
No, man, we're throwing that.
That's funny.
Well,
Well, okay, so you guys are going to be
Pretty
handling
busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mass testing resumes tomorrow. At first, it starts at the Micronesia Mall in Dedito. So, Mayor, I believe this is Public Health is working with the village mayors. And so tell us about the preparations and the assistance that you're going to be providing.
Yeah. So whenever it's these events are in our communities, whether it be in the neighborhoods or at, the parks or wherever it is, to include even at the community health centers, we as mayors actually support the logistics setup in most cases. And so, of course, it being at the Micronesia Mall, being in Dedito, and I know GPO being in Tamuning, both Mayor Rivera and our staff, Dedito and Tamuning staff will be setting up possibly this afternoon or late this afternoon because COVID testing starts at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So, we can set up the canopies, tables, and chairs.
Mayor, we saw in the last week when they did the outreach testing, they were talking a lot about the low turnout. How are you getting the word out in the village? I mean, I know they just announced it, but how are you getting the word out in the village so that we can get a lot of people tested?
Of course, we do with neighborhood watch chat groups. And then, of course, we really rely on the media. But most importantly, we're even looking at when we do our food distribution, we'll probably invite public health to do a swabbing because we do get a number of people that come to the food commodity pickup. So wherever we can, whether it be church bulletins or neighborhood watch chat groups, of course, flyers, whatever. WhatsApp is a big big thing. You send it to one family member or a chat group and that goes viral. So that's how we as mayors are actually sending things out.
Mayor Louise, so Saturday, Guam Premier Outlets, the food court parking lot 9 to 12, both Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yes. Yes. So, that's a big event. I know we also offered to work with having it at the church, but they want to reach out to people that are still at work and those that are going to going Christmas shopping, and some people are just staying in their cars while they wait for their partner to go in and grab something. So, it's a good idea. It's great that they're having it at the malls because they can also get tested and do their shopping at the same time or pick up whatever they need in the area. So, and that may have been the cause too for the low voter turnout, because a lot of places are closing early. And so, during the time that, they need to get things done, that's also the same time they're having the testing, or some of them are at work. So bringing it closer to those that are working, those that are picking up stuff for other people that are in quarantine, it's great that they're bringing it to the shopping places, to the mall and GPO.
What's your sense in the community with your constituents? Are they still following all of the social distancing and wearing masks? I mean, it's a holiday season. You guys probably seen people going to the mall and to GPO. Is everybody still, complying?
We're seeing that, every day, a lot of hours in the day. I look over to GPO, I see the line at Ross, to make sure, everybody's complying. How does the line look? Are they, are they spread apart? There's still a lot of people, they feel that they're safe because they're using their masks. But we still need to go out there and have people out there reminding them, like, we still need to, keep apart and social distance. So, yeah, there has not been any big complaints, to our office in regards to people congregating, or, even like, those that come around the park to exercise and our parking lot, they're, everyone's still, adhering to the rules. And we do have people out there, making sure to remind them.
I wanted to go ahead. Go ahead. I wanted to switch gears because Mayor Louise, this is an issue that you were very passionate about at the beginning of the pandemic, and it was about the island's homeless situation. Today, OHAP, they're having a pretty, I want to say it's going to be a big meeting, considering that CARES Act funding runs out at the end of this month. And the Global Dorm, it's the only shelter that is open during this pandemic. And there's a little over 100 homeless people there, more than half are children. And it's funded through CARES Act funding. And so knowing that CARES Act funding runs out, and I think it was Mayor Hoffman who was saying that he's expecting to see a surge of more homeless people.
And they like Guam got the money to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. And they've asked for DOI to use a portion of $12 million to help find a non-congregate shelter for these homeless people. How concerned are you about we might see these homeless people without a place to go at the end of the month?
It's a great concern, and now we're seeing a lot of individuals that are coming from other places around the island. And so, we get to know them, we'll talk with them and question them. And, a lot of times we know that they have family. They have family members. And so it's the educational part, or just talking to them to be good, because, they don't like the rules. That's why they left their home and they rather be out and free. Staying in the park. Bottom line is, we tell them, when we try to seek you, what are your issues? Is your family members getting mad at you because you're not helping to clean around the house or clean up after yourself at least? Why do why don't they want you at their home? Because there's a lot with family, and it's really sad. We see people that come from big local families, and is it because they smoke cigarettes or they drink, alcohol. How can they? What can we do to help them stop that bad habit and be a contributing member to their household, to that family? And so, it's really, I see, there's a lot of social work that needs to be put into this, because, they'll be hanging out, lounging out because it's a government facility, if they're around here in our park, our office, and center, and they want free Wi-Fi, so, we're understanding to all these things, and, we have compassion for them when we see them out there, and then it's raining, trying to keep them sheltered from the rain, and it's only getting worse. And I'm really glad that Mayor Hoffman, he's our representative, in that board. And so, he has been informing us of the need, for more shelters. They're looking for, people who are willing to, rent out their building, but at a fair price. And, so, we're still hoping for like individuals that care and see the problems that we're having. If you've been blessed with a lot of property and buildings, and that you can give up one for a fair price, please do so. We continue to help look for landlords or property owners that can do that.
Yeah, definitely seeing new homeless out here. There's an intersection, the popular spot for the panhandling, and I may see 2-3 people I've never seen before. And I'm out here every day,
Are you also seeing an increase or new homeless people in Dededo, Mayor Savares? And are you part of OHAP?
No, it's Mayor Hoffman is our
Just Mayor Hoffman,
representative.
okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we have seen an increase, and actually I speak to them and ask them, where did you come from? And especially like you see the panhandlers, right? And I always remind my colleagues that, hey, they came from your village. But, this is one of the things that they tell us. I said, well, why are you over here? Especially because they're coming from places far from, on the other side of Assen, right? And so they said, oh, because there's too much competition at the Chief Kapua Loop or the library area. So they come further north where there's more intersections. And that's where Mayor Rivera and I have the concerns. The ones at across from the mall, by the mall and the McDonald's area, near your area, is they're not even from Dededo. But then what happens is their families come and pick them up over the weekend. At night, I can see them at the Shell gas stations waiting for somebody to come and pick them up to take them to their ranch where they live, or their home in another village. So, and it's talking to them, and like Mayor Rivera said, a lot of them have maybe behavior health issues or substance abuse issues. We talk to them about getting help and where they can go. I've even offered, one individual or two of them actually said, well, I don't have my birth certificate. That's why I can't get into Global Dorm. And they said, if you give me money, I'll go get it. And I said, no, here's an authorization. Give me an authorization to go retrieve your birth certificate, because I will not give them the money because they'll use it on something else. I've even given them bus money to get to Tamuning to go to public health, vital statistics. And of course, they're not on the bus. I said, why didn't you go on? Oh, we went and bought a drink instead, So like I said, it's issues where they don't want to follow the rules of where their families are at. And families will tell, I actually make contact with family members who are their relatives here. And they said, just call the police, because they don't even listen to us. But, we don't want to go that far. The police have their hands full too. So, it's about us working together to help these individuals. There's housing programs. There's, if they don't want to be the director, there's other jobs that can that they can apply for. You know, everybody wants to apply for the job, but they want to be the director, right? There's other, jobs that they can apply for, that entry level. You know, we know there's a construction boom. You know, let's get you in. You used to work at the construction company.
Yeah.
Let's get you your police and court clearance so you can get back in.
I thought all that was supposed to be
the concerns. We try, as mayors, we try every way to find ways to get them into programs. There's so many programs that they can benefit from.
Right, and I thought that was supposed to be part of. And the last time we followed up on it, they weren't really clear on whether or not it was stood up. But I thought that the Global Dorm was supposed to kind of be the ground zero for these programs that help get homeless back, housed first of all, and then maybe even joining the workforce and stuff. But
you mean the wraparound services
the
that
passport
Catholic
services.
Social
Right,
Services is providing? No, I think they are, and Gora's helping. I think GHC for rapid rehousing.
Rapid rehousing, yeah.
But there's just so many homeless people
Yeah.
on Guam. When some go out, more come in.
Right, correct.
And now, we have so many children that are up there.
Yeah.
And, we've heard from Lieutenant Governor that they've been trying to get another shelter, but businesses, they're not saying who, are turning in these crazy prices where, the government can't afford.
Yeah. And the crazy prices the government can't afford, that's only for the quarantine facilities. They can't do that for the homeless shelters.
There you go.
Mayor Louise,
Yeah.
go ahead. You look like you want to say something.
No. I'm just ready for any of your questions that you have. There's a lot going on here in Tumuning,
Yeah.
Tumon,
And Mayor,
and Harmon.
right before we even had this global dorm, I remember back in the height of the first surge when we were in lockdown, you were one of the voices that was coming out saying, hey, what about the homeless people? Right? So I know they're very close to your heart.
Yes, it is. There's so many people that that we that come around, and there's a lot of them also that have their pride, and are very respectful. So they would they stay hidden. Some will stay down at the beach, I guess, where there's free water, and that come around proud about those that that have their success stories. Many of them are homeless, and then like now they'll come and tell me, oh, we finally got a job, we got hired at this company. So we just have to continue to communicate with these individuals and find out what their story is and how we can help them, because there's many of them that don't know how to get the help. Sometimes it's just the paperwork issue. The minute they're given an application form, or like to apply for housing or any type of benefits, they're already they're having anxiety. They're like, oh, I cannot do that, and so that's why I'm saying it really takes a lot of social work, a lot of social workers to come out. And I appreciate everyone that comes out and just talks to them, and and then we share stories, to find out maybe they told them something that they didn't tell me, and then when we communicate, we're better able to help them.
Have you guys been kept abreast, or even know if there is any plan or strategy on what is going to happen when the CARES Act funding is gone at the end of the month, and what they're going to do with the homeless? Are they going to keep them at Global Dorm, or are they going to put them back out on the street, or even just what about the hundreds of other homeless people?
Well, I know that we're working with GURA. I've spoken to Mayor Hoffman, and that was my concern, because I have the ones that have children that are at the Global Dorm, and the last thing I want is for them to come back into the park. especially because they have children. And one of the reasons why they stay in our parks is because it's closer to the schools where the children go to. And they were in a school that was next to the homeless shelter, the Goma San Jose shelter. And so, of course, after their term had ended there, they moved to a common area. But it's still not safe. It's not under park. It's either our village parks or parks that are under Parks and Recreation, and where there's nearby utilities that they can take their showers and stuff. But that was my concern, and I know that several of them, several of the families, because we're talking families with children over there, they've applied. Their applications are in. It took a while to get the necessary documents, because not everybody's born on Guam where you can just go to Vital Stats and get a birth certificate. Mm-hmm. It's working with consul generals to get it from, one of their consulate offices, and those social security cards are also required in certain cases. So trying to get an original card from SSA, takes a while. Mm-hmm. So I think that Global Dorm, the social workers there have actually been working with the different agencies and organizations to get those things. Once they get those in, places like Guam Housing, GURA, will be able to process for those that qualify. Mm-hmm. Some of them have, if they have a record, there's some restrictions with, especially GURA, depending on what your cases, your pending cases, or your cases that you were convicted with. Some of them had served time, but I was talking to the team, and I said, we can't, jeopardize the safety of the children. I know CPS has gotten involved with, removing some children from families because the families don't want to put them in a safer place.
I wanted to switch gears on the vaccine and whether or not mayors or any of your employees are on that priority list for getting vaccinated. Have you guys been involved in any discussions, or do you even feel that you should be a priority considering all the work you guys are doing?
I was wondering about that, and we have not heard anything. I have not heard anything about it.
Yeah, we're frontline, but on the different line.
Front side, you're on that front side line, right? A day.
But do you feel that you guys should be in the line,
or your staff at least,
in the right line, in the front line?
Yes, and one of the things is, I want to make you all understand, the mayors have never stopped working, especially the ones that have senior citizen centers. We have served meals to our seniors since March 16th. Whether it be the first week was sending canned goods that were packed commodities to our seniors, and then but most especially, remember, they were the most vulnerable clients, like communities members. Excuse me, but we've never stopped working. So yes, we are frontline to our people. We're not first responders where we were picking up patients and taking them to the hospitals, but we were there making sure that our community was safe. Our people in our community were safe, especially the most vulnerable. So I know that we're on that line, but of course, I would want my seniors to be to get the vaccine before me, because some of them are diabetics, they have renal disease, they have heart conditions. And if this vaccine is going to prolong their life and make them live longer so they can come back and play bingo and dance with their friends, I'm going to give it to them first. Right, Mayor?
Right.
Yeah, I think that, the Manumco are on the list.
Right.
And that's why I just asked you, because you guys you really do. Whenever there's a disaster, who do you call? You call the mayor.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so do you guys plan on writing a letter and say, hey, don't forget us? Or
No, we actually, I'm part of a Zoom meeting every week, and so with leadership, so we are on the list. But of course, nurses are the ones swabbing, doctors, the medics who respond to pick up patients, or those that are actually dealing with the front line with them, are the ones that they're a priority. There is enough for us as well. I would offer to my staff before I take it. I'll be at the end of the line. If anybody, I would offer to people who I don't have comorbidities. So, I don't feel that I'm at risk, but I do protect myself. And for those that do have those, illnesses that could be in jeopardy, jeopardize themselves, I would offer it to them first.
dang, Mayor Louise, you're looking like you're like Mayor Savares. We're busting our
Yes,
ass. We should
please.
be front of the line, in the right line.
Go ahead, Mayor
Yeah.
Louise. Song on them. Let me tell you, Adeline, where were you when we were delivering meals to these Wanamko, huh? Where were you in the commodities?
Well, since you have us on, no, well, Chimney will be receiving, we will be receiving our commodities on the 14th next week. So just to, and I'm really glad you guys give us this opportunity to be on, because we really depend on you. Those who are not on the WhatsApp chat group, or tune into the radio, or or get newspapers and stuff, we always ask them to listen to the media. So thank you for all that you do and getting the information out there to our people.
Right on, Mayor.
Always.
Yeah.
All right. If you do write the letter, let us know.
Yeah. We'll read it out for you guys.
Take care.
Madam President will take care of that.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. There you go.
Yes, I will.
Right on. You're the
And,
president.
yeah, Mayor Rivera mentioned that her commodities is next week. Dedido's commodities will be given out for 3 days, 350 each day. So they don't all have to rush at one time and line up for 5 hours. So we'll do it starting at 8 o'clock in the morning on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
All right. Thank you. You guys take care.
Thank you,
Stay
ladies.
safe.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
I'll
Merry
go Moss.
Christmas.
There's a pumpkin spice Vanillas Doggo virtual right behind you. Grab some on your way out.
Delicious.
Okay. Thank you, Mayors.
Thank you.
All right, we're back with more of the Link on the Breeze next. Good morning, Guam.
Let's get married during the GU Self-Storage, conveniently located near the Harmon McDonald's. We offer affordable rates, online payments, and auto bill pay for your